A very warm namaskar to everyone. Welcome back to this channel named Dharma and Us. So, I recorded something in Hindi yesterday and I wanted to do the same thing in English. So, mainly about conversions, the illegal and lie based, treachery based conversions that are happening in India. Bharatvarsha. So, one incident or one story or a true incident actually that I read from Friend's Wall that spoke about that how a person who was traveling from Bharatvarsha to United States and on a plane, he happened to sit by next to a girl who was a very young girl, and when he settled down and he saw that a girl was reading a book called Bible. So, looking at the age of girl, this person got really astounded and thought that, let me casually just ask that, what is she reading? So, that's how the conversation started between the man, the gentleman, and the girl. So, the girl told him that I am reading Bible. And girl happened to ask this man that, what is your faith? Uh, Gentleman told her that I am a Hindu. Girl was surprised because she barely heard about Hinduism, and moreover, then she happened to ask the gentleman that what book do you guys have? Like, what is your holy book? Gentleman said that we have a library and every book is a book is a story in itself, and we don't have just one book because this is dharma, which means that something that needs to be followed, and something that needs to be followed cannot be compiled in just one book, because it's not just about faith but how you have to live your life, how you have to go by your life. That's all the content that cannot be contained in one book. So we don't have one book, we have multiple books which talks about not only the principles of dharma, or how a person should live on this earth, what are the tenets of living a good life, but everything and anything beyond that too, that how this universe was created, and a lot of things are now getting scientifically proven, and how mind works, how body works, what are the essential factors for this body, astronomical science, metal science, yoga, pranayam, ayurveda, how you can the skill set, even how to build a house or how to build something, are contained or were contained in our books, and it still is, of course. Now that we don't look for it because now we have something called modern science, but still modern science is not as good, or in couple of things at least, it is not as good as the traditional ayurveda, yoga, meditation. The science does not have explanation yet for all those things, and even the mind consciousness, the body consciousness, lot of things that the modern science still does not know. Now, the other question that this girl asked to the gentleman, that which god do you follow? So the gentleman smiled and said that my faith, my dharma is not again restricted to one god. It does not inculcate any kind of fear in one's mind that if I don't follow this god, then I'm going to go to an eternal hell, or going to burn in the eternal hellfire. So, why I wanted to tell you this story is in context of what is going on in the society today in the Bharatvarsha, and around the world for sure. Also, what happened to me and my life personally. So, I wanted to bring both of these factors up on front, and wanted to tell you guys that. So, I was converted in 20. So the journey of conversion actually started in 2012, and it ended in 2014, and then I became a staunch converted dash, and I got so deeply into this faith that I stopped asking questions. I stopped being logical. I stopped looking at the beauty of dharma and the dharma that I grew up into. I grew up in a Sanatani family doing yoga, meditation, pranayam, following Ayurvedic principles, or learning and reading about Ayurveda, learning and doing daily rituals and meditation. Lot of beautiful adhyatmic experiences, so-called spiritual experiences that I had in my life being a Sanatani. And I grew up in a beautiful household with a lot of love and care and protection and everything. And my parents, through the time, they inculcated the good values of a Sanatan dharma into me. Then what happened? Why did I change my faith? There must be something. So basically my guards were down when the journey of the change of the conversion started. My guards were down. I was feeling weak. I was lonely, and that's how it all started. And then it took 2 years for me to get brainwashed and start to believe in something which probably does not even exist, and it is merely based on fear, and that's all it is. And I started believing that it is this way or the highway. If I'm not going to follow this, I'm going to go to hell. So my question and my concern to everyone out there, and also for people in my Bharatvarsha, is that this religion and the other one that we cannot talk about too openly is doing cultural ethnocide for multiple centuries. Not just, this is not nothing new. I'm not just the first victim, but they are doing it for multiple centuries. And they have abolished, they have obliterated Greek, Roman, Mesopotamian, and many other cultures. They the native lands, they spread everywhere. The South Americas, Mexico, United States, everywhere the cultures got killed so that they could spread their lies, their treacheries, their lobbying, and not just religion. So I was reading this article today, written by a friend, that how he explained that how a lobby of everybody works behind this religious conversion game. And in India right now, in Bharatvarsha, the religion conversion is going on such a rampant rate that they want to destroy every good thing about India, every ancient thing about my Bharatvarsha. They want to kill all that culture, which is basically an ethnocide. So you don't have to kill people, but what you do is you do the ethnocide, which means killing the culture, uprooting the culture and heritage and history and dharma from the land, so that the people don't even know where they're coming from. So that is how it is going systematically. It's going with a good planning, and it is very successful project actually. So a lot of people have been converted already, and the conversion game is still going on. So eventually they want to obliterate and destroy your festivals, and they want to digest whatever was good in your culture, in your dharma, in your Sanatan dharma, be it Ved, be it Upanishad, be it yoga, be it Ayurveda, pranayam, metal science, astrological science, or Vastu Shastra, or anything for that matter which is good. And there are like tons of good things in my Sanatan dharma, our Sanatan dharma, right? So they want to digest, and the digestion is going on, and you would not realize it. Like in the West, there is something called Western yoga. What is Western yoga? They do not want to tell that the yoga is coming out from Bharata. And thank God Modi ji for that he announced an international yoga day, just so that people would know that this is coming from Bharatvarsha. A lot of people I see here, I meet in the West, that do not know that yoga is coming from my land. Also, many herbal products, turmeric, they did not know the benefits or the medicinal benefits of it. Aloe vera, ashwagandha, they've started selling ashwagandha, which is ideally it should be a patent of Ayurveda. Tulsi, Everything, they are copying everything, and a big pharma lobby is working behind it. Big kind of lobbies do work behind it. There is large share of all the lobbyists, the pharma lobbyists, the corporates, and all the big companies and big names. They feed each other, and they are the vultures of the cultures of the natives of the land. And that is what they have been doing all these years, all these centuries. So they are vultures of cultures. So you got to be aware, you need to learn, you need to stop it. This cannot happen, not anymore. Ask your people, ask yourself that what is it cost? Are you going to lose everything just like that? I mean, are you, just think about it, that what your land has given to you, what kind of pride you have from the land and from your dharma that you have gained. So do not submit, do not be submissive in front of these vultures, the religious vultures, the converters, the lobbyists, and everybody else. And really, I mean, these people, they need to, there's so much data out there, there are wonderful videos that would prove their only book to be untrue, that would prove that they are just, following a path blindly, where you cannot ask questions. And let me tell you that I almost gone insane, or I started to have like mental illnesses when I was following that thing, that tenet. So there are no answers, and they are just based on one thing, that this is the way or the highway. So how can you or how a sane person can believe in any of it? And how are you and anybody else around you, if they are not aware of it, and if the conversion is going on in your family, then ask them to stop it. They are converting the tribes all over Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Punjab is almost gone. They have converted so much, and such fake conversions, mostly money based. And this money that they're putting into convert, it's coming from the corporates, it's coming from different sources. So everything is getting balanced. So this is not the religious conversion. This is just to obliterate the natives and the native culture, so that the other lobbies could be created very easily. So please rise up and please speak to these monsters if there is one around you. Namaskar.